In China, there is a village where women have small feet, really small.
你好，我是傅志飞。
Women like her have feet that are 3 inches small, that's smaller than an iPhone. And she's not alone. Thousands of women have been tortured into getting tiny feet as well. Why? Because in ancient China, they used to believe having tiny feet makes a woman beautiful. So they made young girls wear super tight shoes and broke their feet to stop them from growing. Luckily, China banned this tradition 91 years ago, and this village is one of the last in the world. But this goes to show that no matter the time and the place, women always have to change their body to look pretty. So let us break free from the beauty standards of today, so little girls can just be themselves tomorrow. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
Did you know that you're not allowed to tip in China? Yes, every country has some strange customs that you should know about so you don't offend anyone. And today, I'm gonna tell you about all of them.
I'm offended and I have fun.
In France, don't blow your nose in public, especially with a handkerchief. French people find it gross. In Japan, it's super rude if you don't finish all the food on your plate. But in Thailand or China, it's rude if you do finish your food. In Finland, standing with your arms crossed is super arrogant. It could even get you in a fight if you do it in a bar. In Italy, don't cut your pasta, drink cappuccino after lunch, or put pineapple on pizza if you don't want to make lifelong enemies. And in China, never ever tip. It might get the waiter in trouble with their employer because it implies they're not paid well enough. Every country has some little things they're sensitive about. But don't worry, if you're a good person, you'll make friends anywhere because kindness is the one language that everybody understands. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
When I was a kid, the first English sentence that I learned was not about daddy or mommy. The first English sentence I learned was written all over my toys, and it was made in China. All my toys, electronics, and school supplies were made in China. And the kid in me always wondered, why is this made in China? Why not somewhere else? Now that I'm in China, I found the answer. This country works in ways that I've never ever seen before. They work hard, they work fast, they work cheap. There are a billion Chinese people who build everything from skyscrapers to laptops to iPhones to stupid plastic toys. To make this in a different country, then that country needs to be better, faster, and cheaper than here in China. Yes! And from what I see, that's a really hard thing to do. That's 1 minute! See you tomorrow! This 8-year-old girl in China is the leader of 300 goats.
你好，那是 Daily，我叫陈婉。
She has been herding goats since she was 3 years old. Her parents let her feed, ride, pick up, and even lead the goats with nothing but a stick and a lot of confidence. But when her father uploaded a video of her to the internet, people got annoyed. But her father didn't listen. He knew that she could learn a lot from goats. So he let her study at school for half of the day and the other half in nature. From school, she learned algebra. And from goats, she learned the value of hard work. The combination of education from school and life was perfect. This goes to show that real education comes in all forms. It can come from a school, a playground, and even from a goat. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. There is a secret village in China where women have the heaviest and longest hair in the world. Many women love their hair, but this village is next level. Their hair can get over 1.5 meters long and weigh as much as 1 kilogram because the women only cut it once at 17 years old. This hair takes a lot of work to maintain that they even invented their own shampoo out of herbs, fruits, and tea to protect it. To these women, hair is not just hair. It's a link to their ancestors who took pride in long hair. As modern humans prefer short hair to live in cities and modern communities, here they grow it as long as possible to make it a beautiful tradition. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. China copied Paris. Did you know that? This city in China has the Eiffel Tower, the French buildings, the statues, the fountains. Exactly just like in Paris, but in China. The Chinese built it because they thought copying Paris would convince rich people to come and live here. But it didn't work out yet. So right now, the streets of fake Paris remain empty. And that's exactly why you should go and visit.
Which means?
In the world, there's a second Paris that everyone should know about and visit. Because this one is much cheaper, much less busy, and with the right attitude, just as fun as the real one. 7 minutes!
Je vais voir Duman.
In China, there is a city that looks like another planet, where this building looks like the sun, this building looks like the moon, and this one looks like 6 people holding hands. This Chinese city is built with feng shui, that says the shape of a building can influence the energy around it. That's why $1 billion were spent on these funny shaped buildings to attract the river's good energy and beam it across the entire city. Shopping malls are built under the energy flow, so it brings more business, and buildings have holes so energy flows through them. I am not sure I believe in feng shui, but I believe in good energy. We need good energy everywhere, in our lives, in our hearts, in our videos, and even in our buildings. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. Take a look at this robot. It's like a real-life moving robot cow, and it was made by a little-known Chinese farmer.
大家好，我叫吴玉露，我是一个农民。
Wu didn't go to college, high school, or even middle school, but somehow he made 100 robots from scratch that can walk, transport him, write Chinese, pour tea, and do 100 other things. All of them he made using really basic objects like ping pong balls and without even using the internet. Wu loves his robots so much that when he got in debt and when his house burned down, he would keep making more robots. And now, 30 years later, this Chinese farmer became a university professor, teaching other students how to make robots. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. This video is dedicated to my parents and probably your parents. Dear parents, people in China don't die. Here's what I mean. In many countries, I noticed when people get older, they stop working, they stop exercising and living. They sit there waiting for their final day and giving up on life while they're still alive. But not here in China. I wake up at 7 a.m. only to see parks filled with seniors exercising, dancing to traditional music, doing martial arts, swimming, and jogging with their canes in order to stay healthy and alive.
92.
They do it every single day and every single night. No excuses. Tell your parents and grandparents that people in China don't sit around waiting to die. Here, life ends only when life really ends, not 1 minute before.